Hi guys, welcome to the Golden Cruiser. I'm Cindy and today we're going to go over things you should do on day one in your cruise cabin. Now in this video, I'm going to go over some of the things that you should be doing on day one, right when you get on the ship in your cruise cabin. So sit back and relax, grab your favorite drink and a snack, and let's talk about cruising. Number one, your bed configuration. Now check your bed configuration when you get to the cabin. Now usually you can choose how you want your bed before you sail, whether you want it together in like a queen bed or whether you want it separated in twin beds if you're sailing with somebody else. Like when I sail with my son and granddaughter, we have the twin bed and then the extra bed for my granddaughter. So make sure and check that right away and let your cabin steward know right away if it's not the way you had wanted it. Sometimes that happened. I know on our last cruise we got on and the bed was together. We just told them and it was separated by that evening. So there's no problem there. Just let them know and they will take care of that. Number two is meet your cabin attendant. Now, I have noticed that on most our cruises, as soon as we get in our room, our luggage is there and we're in there like unpacking, the cabin attendant does come to the door and introduces him or herself to us, asks us if we need anything at all, and, tells us they'll always be available and this and that. So make sure and meet your cabin attendant. If you weren't there when they came by, maybe you can see them in the hallway and chat with them, and then let them know if you need any extra things like blankets or anything like that. That way they can get them to you right away. Number three is make sure everything is working. Now check some things in your cabin to make sure they're working, like the safe, the TV, your remote control. You might want to check lights. On our last cruise, our safe was not working. We went to put our passports away and some other things, and it was not working. We let our cruise cabin attendant know, and then he came in and tried to fix it and couldn't, so he got maintenance and they came right up and fixed it. And we also had a light go out in our bathroom. We had it on and then it was out. So that same maintenance man changed the light bulb in our bathroom. So just let them know as soon as possible. Don't wait, a few days to let them know. Let them know right away and you can get that taken care of. Number four, again, I just talked about this, to check the safe and use it. Yes, so what we did is check our safe because I always use it. You should be using your safe to keep your passports in, extra cash in there, or I leave some credit cards in there that I'm not using. Any jewelry you may have taken on board that you want to put in there, put anything in there that needs to be secure. Make sure don't leave those items out around your cabin. That is not good for various reasons, and it also makes your cabin attendant feel very, funny being in there with jewelry or things like that leaving around. They don't want to be accused of anything. So make sure and use your safe. If you're not sure how to use it, there's usually instructions right there and it's pretty simple. Just ask your cabin attendant and he'll show you how to use it. It's very simple. You just pick a code, like 4 numbers, use something you'll remember. I would check that first, make sure it works before you put anything in it. So try your code, see if it locks, and then try the code and unlock it. And as long as it works, then you can put your things in there. But check that out right away. Number 5 is unpack your suitcase and get rid of it. It's best to do this the first day to get these things out of the way. It doesn't take that long. Just unpack everything, put things away in your drawers, hang them up, put your bathroom toiletries away, and then get that suitcase and stick it under your bed. There's plenty of room under there for all your suitcases. That just gets everything out of the way. You're not living out of your suitcase every day, trying to lift it up or put it on the bed and get things out of it. It's just so much easier to just unpack and have it put away. That's another reason I like to use the packing cubes. because then you can take your items right out of the suitcase that are in a packing cube and just put it in a drawer. Like things like undergarments, put the whole packing cube in your drawer. There's no need to take them out of the packing cube and put them in your drawer. Just put the whole cube in there and then just hang up the items you need, and it makes it a lot simpler. Number 6. Now, this is recommended to take a video or photos before you unpack. So if you're like a YouTube person like myself, I'm always going to be filming the room. Now I film it. I like to film it before, where there's none of our clutter or things in there. And then I do film it after, because I have some things like the magnetic hooks, over the door shoe organizer that I put up, that I want people to see how we use them. But they say to, before you unpack, take pictures or video in case something was wrong with the room too. Like maybe there's a tear in the drapes or something, and you want them to be aware that you didn't do this. It was already there when you got in the room. And it'll just make a better picture if you want a picture for a memory of your room before you have all your items out in the room. Number 7 is check your air conditioning. Now you can quickly turn your air conditioner up if it's not on, or turn it on if it's off, if you're going to be using it, and it should come on within a few minutes, and you can check and make sure that that is working. You don't want to come back to your cabin that night and it's very hot and stuffy in there and it's not working, and then you can't get anyone till the next day. It just takes a few minutes to check and see if it's working. But another thing too, if you have a balcony cabin, make sure you close your balcony door, because the air conditioner does not work with the balcony door open or even cracked. It has to be completely shut before the air conditioner will work. So don't leave your cabin with with the balcony door open, because you'll come back to a hot room. Number 8, if you haven't done so already, watch the safety drill. Now you can watch this on your TV that's in your cabin, or you can watch it on the app on your phone. Now, if you haven't done it, make sure you do it. Know where your life vests are in the cabin. Normally they're in your closet. Check to make sure everyone in your party has one in their closet, and just know the location of them. Also do a quick check of the emergency paper that is on the back of your door. That kind of just tells you where the emergency exits are, in case something were happen and you couldn't use the elevator. So check those out really quick. It's a good thing to check. Now normally we go to our muster drill as soon as we walk on board. First thing we do, we head to it. Last cruise, we sat down right there and watched a short video on our phone. It was really short. Tells you how to put on your life vest and things. And then we went, they scanned our barcode or our phone, the app, and then we were done. And we didn't have to do anything else. But if you haven't gone and done your muster drill right away, you will need to do this, because if you don't, the ship won't leave. Everybody has to do this, and they'll start calling your name. Best to do it and get it done right away. Number 9 is removing your loud hangers. Now, if you're not using all your hangers in your closet, a lot of times what will happen when the ship starts moving and you're going, and it might be the middle of the night, you're going to hear those hangers clicking together or hitting the wall. Now, I have noticed this like on the last night, because we're all packed up and our suitcase is already gone and we don't have anything hanging there, and you'll hear this clickety, clickety, clanging. So any hangers that you're not using, just take them down. You can lay them in the bottom of the closet, or you can put them in a drawer, or under your bed, but you don't want to hear that clanging in the middle of the night. And also, if you need more hangers, ask them the first day. They'll bring them right away. Number 10, the power outlets and USB outlets, USB and power outlets. Check and see where these are. Sometimes you're going to see little hidden ones that might be on lamps beside the bed. You might have a little USB cord there, or in the walls. Usually they're up along the desk. Just check those out so you'll know where they all are. Number 11 is request your items that you're going to want or need. So if there are any items you're going to want or need during your cruise, let your cabin attendant know right away. Don't wait, because a lot of these items are low on stock and you may have wanted something and now they can't bring it because you didn't ask till like 2 days later, 3 days later. So there's limited stock of things like sometimes people take their CPAP machines with them and they forgot an extension cord, and the ship will have that for the machine, but they're very limited. So make sure and ask for things you need, like extra pillows or blankets, an ice bucket if it's not already in your room. They can bring these things for you on the first day. Number 2, check your curtains or blinds. Well, sometimes your curtains won't close in the middle. There'll be that gap down there that lets the sun come in and wake you up because the sun's right in your eyes. This is a reason I take binder clips with me when we travel in a hotel room or a cruise, to just clip that shut in the middle so that sun doesn't come in. But if you do have something gapping like that and you didn't bring anything, you can ask your cabin attendant, and usually they have some kind of clips they can bring, clip those shut, or help you with the curtains. Maybe something's just wrong with them closing properly. So check that out and then let your cabin attendant know. Number 13 is sanitize. Now, even though the cabin has just been cleaned, they're in a hurry cleaning your cabin. They have to get all these cabins ready for the new group of people to come on board because everyone just left. So what I always do, and a lot of people do, is take the little travel Clorox or Lysol wipes and just go over your cabin with that very quickly. Wipe down the high touch areas like light switches, or I wipe down the desk areas. I wipe down the remote control. That's really important. That's one of the dirtiest things in your cabins that don't get cleaned, is actually the TV remote control. And I wipe ours down and actually put it in a plastic baggie. I'm kind of a little bit over picky about that. And then wipe down things like in the bathroom, the sink, the handles that you would touch, any area that you would touch in the room, the light switches and such. Just do a quick wipe over of that. It just helps you feel a little more secure and comfortable that you wipe things down and it's clean, and it only takes a few minutes. Number 14, check the mini bar. Now, if you're in a cabin that has a mini bar, not all cabins have mini bars, check your mini bar and check the prices. Now, see if you're going to use any of these things that are in that mini bar. If you're not and you want room in there to put other things, just let your cabin attendant know, and they'll take everything out of the mini bar, and then you could store your items on there. Maybe you bought a 12-pack of soda on board with you and you want to put some soda in there, or water that you have. Or maybe you went down like us. We always stop at night, usually back to the room, and grab like a little snack, maybe a little piece of cake or something, cheesecake. And then if it's not all eaten, we keep that in our little fridge in there. So if you're not going to use your mini bar, just have them come and take it away. Number 15, set up your cabin accessories. Now this kind of goes with unpacking, and I do this. Now if you travel with any cruise gadgets, like I do, if you watched my video of all my gadgets I have, it's best to set them up the first day and get it all done and out of the way. So things like the magnetic hooks you may be putting up to put on, jackets, hats, purses, lanyards, whatever. Put those up. Anything you have. I use the over-the-door shoe organizers to hold a multiple array of things that we're taking on there, so they're convenient for everyone to get to. It just makes it easier to get everything completely unpacked, put up, and have it done to enjoy the rest of your cruise. Number 16, your do not disturb or service sign. Now, use your do not disturb, or, clean the room, please. Usually it's a door hanger, but a lot of the new cruise ships, it's like electronic, where you push a button that will light up on the outside that either says do not disturb, or, clean my cabin, or service the room, or something like that. Now, this lets your cabin attendant know that you're gone from the room in the morning and that they can come in and clean. They are really on a tight schedule, and they do need to come in the mornings at a certain time to clean each one of their cabins because they have a lot of other things to do. I have a video on that of where the crew goes when they're not cleaning your cabins and they're busy all day long. So use those signs when your cabin's ready to be cleaned. That lets them know that you're gone and they can come in and clean your cabin. If you're actually there and you do not want to be disturbed, put the sign on. But if you're not there and you're just leaving that hang up there all the time, they see this, and if it's been up for a couple days and they can't get a hold of you by knocking on your door, they will come in your room to do a wellness check on you. Ooh, got a flight in here today, sorry. So make sure and use the plaque, for do not disturb. If you're actually in the room and don't want to be disturbed, don't leave it hanging there the whole cruise because they will come into your cabin, and then use it when you want your room cleaned. 17, set your channel to bridge or ship cam. Now this is, for example, if you had an inside cabin where you have no window or nowhere to see out. A lot of the new cruisers don't know that on your TV channel you can set it to the bridge cam, where you actually get an actual picture of what the bridge sees. So it might be a camera at the front of the ship that shows you the front of the ship and the back of the ship, so you can usually see both. This just lets you know what the weather is. So when you wake up the next morning, you can see the weather, whether it's sunny out there, raining, or cold. And it just gives you a little view of the outside when you don't have a view. Number 18, your daily schedule. Now check your daily schedule. You may have, usually on your app, on your phone, you have all the activities that are happening on the cruise for each day. Now you also may have received a paper one, or you can request one if you didn't have one. Usually the cruise ships still have the paper ones, and if you're older like me, I actually prefer a paper one. I take a highlighter and I like to highlight the daily activities. My son will get on the app and he just marks which ones we want to go to because it gives us a notification that they're coming due, close to the time, so that's helpful. But it just lets you know what's happening that first day on the ship, and then you can decide what you want to do. And then number 19, the last one, sit down and relax. Now, embarkation day is a very busy day. You've been traveling, you've been going through embarkation, through security, through safety procedures. Then you finally get to your cabin with your suitcases finally arrive, and then you're unpacking everything and organizing your cabin. So take a moment to sit down, relax, just take a look at that daily planner and decide, if you're there together as a family or whatever, what are we going to do? Where do we want to go now? Where are we going to eat for dinner? Take a look at the dinner menus that will be posted on your app. They won't be on that paper, but they should be on your app showing you what the main dining rooms will have for dinner. And you can take a look and decide if it's something you want to go to dinner at or where else you want to go. Just take a breather. If you've got a balcony, sit out there and enjoy it. And just decide what are we going to do next, and then have a wonderful cruise. So there are some things to do the first day. It may seem like a lot, but it's really not. It doesn't take that long to do it. I do all these things on the list, and it doesn't take that long. And then we're back out there again, out to have some more fun or entertainment, relaxation, whatever you like to do. So let me know, is there anything else you do on the first day that I missed talking about? I'd like to hear about it. So I want to thank you for stopping by today. If you liked my video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, and please subscribe to my channel. It really does help me out. So thanks again for stopping by. I hope to see you again real soon on the Golden Cruiser. Bye for now and have a wonderful day.